Hi guys, so today I thought I would show you shaped cards. I've got a couple of different types and I thought I'd show you. I've downloaded these from the internet and I will show you the different ways you can do it. So in this one you get the top layer and the bottom layer. The black one is the bottom layer and that is what we're going to use to make the base card. So we've got that, we just layer, duplicate. If you prefer that the handle wasn't the center where we're going to weld it, then you just flip one the other way. You join it the other way, excuse me. So you join it like that instead of like that. I think I like the idea of the handle. Now to make sure, I just want to move this a little bit out of the way. To make sure it's even and you've got everything in the right place, then we're going to make sure it joins at the top. We'll do the bottom. And then we know that everything is spot on. Oh, so then you weld it and it becomes one, like that. So your fold is down the middle. You can put one down the middle. I don't know if I've ever shown you how to do that. So when you want to do a center line, you press the path key, you go just above, hold the shift key down once you've pressed the button, come down, it will bring you down in a straight line, and then double click. As soon as you've done that, you can change it to a dashed line. I prefer that one. I think the one too close together can sometimes break the card. And then before it goes, because it's very hard to get hold of it once you click off, if you hold all of them and you make sure it's in the center. So you now know it's in the center and it's there. The fold line is there, so we can group it and it'll always be there. If you don't want the colour on these, then you can take it off, although it's saying there isn't any, which is very strange. There we go. So now you can see the fold line down the middle, and then these bits are just, it's up to you whether you do it in white and colour it, or if you find the different colour card or vinyl maybe to put over the top. If you're using peel off, then you can just stick it straight down, although it might look nice in a 3D effect, and it will just go straight over the top. And that's your card really basically done. Part of the handle will hang over the card, but that's the point of it, I think. You could do, I think on here there's a cheers. Yeah. So you could, oh, cheer. You could do a cheers, or maybe do your own cheers with the text tool. But what I actually wanted to do really was do this one now. So you've got that one. Let's just move that out of the way. Now this one obviously is going to be a lot harder. So what we'll do is add a frame. What frame would look nice? I don't know why, but with babies I do like a hexagon or a pentagon. Now the way I would do a frame, make sure it fits round them. And we need an inner, so we do offset. We do need it quite thick. When you're doing a frame, you do need it quite well done. I'm going to do it on the outside and then resize it. So leave as it is. And then you are going to click the two and remove the overlap. No, you're not. You're going to hold the two. Let's just see who's in front. It's the bigger one. You need the smaller one in front. So you send it to the back and then click the two and remove the overlap. That you can delete, and that gives us the frame we need. So now we're going to size it. So what we need to do is get most of the parts touching the frame. The only thing that's not really going to do it, I think, is the Dad's head. What you could do, let's see how it looks first. We will weld. Actually, I think that'll work. Okay, so now we do another offset. And this one is going to be the base card. So you duplicate, and then you're going to do it side by side. Now, what I really should have done is turned it like that first. But actually, that might be nice. No. If we welded it like that, let's just get you out of the way a second. And then we've got two of these as attachments and welded them. And then that would go over the top. And the same thing. Path tool, start there, hold the shift key down so it stays straight, and double click. Change it to a dashed line. Let's move. Oh, we don't want to move that one. We want to move that one. Let's put it back. And what we'll do is make sure it's centered. There we go. And I think that is how you can do another shaped card. So if the shape doesn't fit your, fit being able to actually use the whole thing, then you do a frame around it and fit the frame as the shape. That's two ways of doing it. I hope you've enjoyed that. Okay, so as you can see, I've cut all this stuff out, ready to come over to the craft table. Your fold should be fine like that. Now, what I want to do is just give a hint of distress ink onto this card, just so it's not so plain and boring. So all I'm going to do is go around the edges. You don't have to do this, it's just, you know, my personal preference really. It just gives it an extra bit of detail. I know we're covering most of it, but still. Just going to go around the handle. And then I'm going to just go over all the bits. I've managed to keep it all in the card. Don't ask me how. So I'm just going to try and go over it a little bit. It might look kind of a mess right now, but I think once it's on it will look better. Yeah, I think that'll do. And then for the white, I forgot to get it. Excuse me while I just run over. Where's it gone? There it is. Just going to get a fine liner and boost some of them shadows. Actually, I still left bits in there. So if you just go round some parts, I'm worried that this is a bit too dark actually. Just very faintly. Could have drawn around it, couldn't I? That would have given me the shadows. Like on the scan and cut. The trouble with them machines, don't you find that we're all making ourselves so lazy now? Let the scan and cut do it. Am I the only one? It just makes it stand out a little bit more real. I wouldn't follow exactly the lines either. I wouldn't try and be too perfect. Okay. So what I prefer to use is glue gel with something like this, because we do want quite a bit of, I'm going to do this one first actually, lift. So well, we obviously want more lift, because if you're looking at looking straight at a pint of beer, the foam is obviously standing out a lot more, so that's what we really want to do. Okay, just to be open and honest with you, that one went horribly wrong. I think what I've done is that that's thicker than that, and on this scan and cut, I don't know if you've all got it with the automatic blade, you can't cut two different thicknesses of card because it won't properly cut the thicker one. So I've cut it again. I've left it on the mat so that I can do it as it is on the mat. So we want the outside edge first. I've done this one in a paper as well, not in the actual card. So I was saying I want to use glue gel so that I can get more of a dimension. The pads are great and quick. If you've got to do a card quick, they're excellent, but it does mean if you use the pads that you can't get it at different sizes unless you use loads of different colour pads, which I don't like to do. So I'm just going to put blobs here and there, not too high up on these because, like I said, the foam has got to be higher. I guess you could use pads on this bit because a glass is going to be the same, isn't it, all the way round. But let's give it a go and see what happens. I've done it again. Oh dear me. Got it the wrong way round. Okay, so for argument's sake, I'm just going to do it back to front. Remember to put yours the right way round, guys. Done mine back to front. Of course I did. Only I could do something that's stupid. Okay, and then we're going to fit these bits in. I think they go back in with just, you know, like the shape of the glass that you get on a pint jug. So you've got that as a hole going round. Okay, now to make sure I've got that right, I'm just going to lay this down. So make sure it fits properly. Oh, we've got plenty of room, haven't we? That's good. You can also get into much, much finer detail with the glue gel. Wrong one. Okay, so I've ruined it a little bit by going back to front, but you can see how you put it together. And now the foam is obviously sorry, I'm going off camera. These bits are going to be sticking out a lot more, aren't they, at the front, if you think logically about it. Don't be afraid to move all your paper around because you're going to want it to twirl a little bit. Why is it pokey tools always go walkabouts? Okay, so I'm just going to curl the edges. You can either curl them by twirling them, or if you just pull a bit, they will twirl. You want the back to seem like it's going round rather than stopping straight. That's the point. You can do it with that as well. That's it, and then we'll just try and get it at different. So we'll do that bit a bit higher and that bit as well. So we know we want that bit a lot higher, that bit, say that bit, and I think that bit, and the rest just normal. Okay, I might have gone a bit over the top there, but let me move this because I don't need that anymore. So, how not to ruin your card. Don't do it backwards. At least I've taught you one thing today. Okay, there was these extra little bits as well. So that bit went in there. And that bit went down there. Actually, it went up there, didn't it? Yeah. There we go. So, there's your pint. Done backwards. I do apologise for that. I marked that card instead of this card. So, but on the whole, you can generally see what it's meant to look like. And then what I would do is add just a sentiment down here, whether it be cheers or happy birthday or congrats or, you know, whatever you're making the card for. So that's that one. This one is very basically simple. I feel like I don't need anything but that. You can use pads on that as well. I don't know, I mean, you could put colour underneath, but I kind of like just the plain black and white. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add some little pads around the edge. You could use the strips, but the roll, I mean, sorry, strips. This would have been nice for Father's Day, actually. But still be happy birthday, or, you know, congratulations to the new dad, maybe. Or, guess what? You're going to be a dad. Pregnancy reveal card. Be perfect for that, wouldn't it? So I'm just sticking a few pads here and there. I'm sure you've all got your own ideas of what you'd like it to be, and I'd love to see what you all do with it. So no one's been brave enough to put pictures on yet on the Facebook. I've just So that is literally just sticking that on, and you get the extra support of the two sides, and then again maybe a little one there. You're going to be a dad, happy birthday to the new dad, or you know, it can be anything you like. I kind of like it as simple as that, with just a little sentiment somewhere and the extra support for the card there. So there you go, both your cards. I hope it's been helpful and you've learnt something. Again, I would love your feedback, so please write a comment or whatever you like to do. Okay, I'll see you soon.